Parents, Paw Patrol: The Mighty Movie is coming to theaters on September 29th. When a magical meteor crash lands in Adventure City, it gives the Paw Patrol pups superpowers. Holy smokes. But things take a turn for the worse when Humdinger breaks out of jail to steal their superpowers. Oh dear. Will the mighty pups be able to save Adventure City before it's too late? Oh, mark your calendars to see Paw Patrol: The Mighty Movie in theaters on September 29th.
Hey friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kid Short Stories. If this is your first time or you're still newer to our family, I want to encourage you to try 5. That's our challenge where for 5 days in a row, your kids listen to some awesome stories to use their imagination and watch their creativity come to life. You see, we make stories every single day for you, and you just never know what kind of story you're going to find on any given day. So hang with me for 5 days, whether maybe driving in the car or maybe during lunchtime. And I think you're going to find something pretty amazing happens. Well, friends, are you ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! One day, William was at home. It was a Saturday, a beautiful day outside. It was sunny and 75. And he was playing outside with all his friends and having a great time. One thing you need to know about William is that he's a member of our spy team. The kids on our spy team, they look like normal kids and act like normal kids, but are super duper special. One special thing about our kids on the spy team is even in the middle of their normal life, while they're playing or doing things at home, they could get a call any second from headquarters HQ asking for their help. And today was that day. William got a call on his walkie-talkie from HQ.
Bzz, 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 bzz. William, we need your help. NASA has a huge problem, and we need you to go to the moon. Do you accept, William?
William very eagerly said, "Roger that. I'll be ready. Over and out." Shh. William raced over to our spy HQ. He flew over using his jetpack, which is an important part of being a spy. As William arrived at HQ, everybody was waiting for him and said,
William, I'm so glad you got here fast. It's terrible. On the moon, there's a snow monster, like a real snow monster. And he has a terrible plan of covering our entire planet in ice. You're the only one that will know how to stop him. We need you to get on a missile, this shuttle to space, to fly as soon as possible to the moon. Are you ready to go?
William couldn't believe it. He had always dreamed of going to space, but he'd never done it before, and so he was a little bit nervous. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely ready. Let's go." And so they spent the next hour preparing the spaceship and getting William's spacesuit all ready, because he'd never actually been an astronaut before. They had to make all this really cool gear for him that would help him both breathe, fly, and make sure that he didn't bounce all the way off of the moon. The gravity on the moon is not as strong as it is here on Earth. They didn't want him to accidentally just fly away. So they had to put on his suit with some extra gravity that would help him come back down to the moon in case he needed to jump and run from the snow monster. As the time was ticking closer and closer to the launch, William was starting to feel a little bit nervous. You know, even though he was 5 and he'd been trained very well and knew a lot about space, like he knew the planets like Venus and Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, he was still a little bit nervous because this was the first time that that he was going to space.
2 minutes until takeoff.
He strapped on his helmet, buckled all of his seatbelts, and holy smokes, there were a lot of seatbelts, but I guess that makes sense. If you're blasting off to the moon, you probably need a few more seatbelts than a normal car ride, right?
Good luck, William. We're going to close the door. There's 1 minute left. We'll be tracking your every location. Keep in touch with us on your walkie-talkie and tell us everything that happens up on the moon. Good luck.
As they closed the door, William closed his eyes.
5, 4, 3, 2.
The blast-off was crazy. There was so much smoke and fire and flames, the rocket blasted off right to the moon. Down below, he could see his family waving that they had come to see him blast off to the moon. Oh, and everybody else at NASA. They couldn't even see the spaceship anymore as they were watching it blast off from Earth. It was covered in smoke and clouds now. William had disappeared into the sky. As William was flying through the atmosphere and into space towards the moon, it was very bumpy. But finally, he made it through the atmosphere, and it was a lot smoother of a ride. He was able to unbuckle his seatbelts and start to gather all of his spy gear and supplies for everything you might need on the moon when you're facing off with a snow monster. They did know that this snow monster had only one weakness. It was salt. Yes, salt. Well, so they made a special blaster that shot salt pellets right out of it. Hopefully, that would defeat the snow monster before it was too late. If William wasn't careful enough, that snow monster would blast ice lasers at him and freeze William forever. As the spaceship landed on the moon, William was so excited to get off and start exploring and looking for this snow monster. He knew that he had landed the spaceship very close. But where was it? What do you think would be a good clue to find a snow monster? Can you imagine what his footprints might look like? Or does he even have footprints? Would they be made of cotton candy or barbecue sauce? Or no. He'd probably have footprints made of like snow or ice, right? Yes. Yeah. Totally agree. So William began hunting around looking for footprints with snow or ice. And immediately, there they were. Wow, that's disgusting, said William. He was looking at footprints that didn't look exactly like what I was imagining. They looked almost like a slug or a worm. The slime that they leave on the ground kind of looked like an icy slime trail. Oh, gross. William had to follow this trail very quietly, and it led all the way to an icy cave. William reached down for his walkie-talkie. Shh! HQ! Come in! Shh!
We read you loud and clear. Have you found anything, William?
Shh! Yes, I'm pretty sure I found it. I found some footprint-looking slimy things, and then I found this icy cave. I haven't been inside, but I'm pretty sure it's in there.
Shh! William, just be careful and be prepared to use your salt blaster, because if he gets any chance to blast you with ice, he will freeze you forever.
Shh! Oh yeah. Freeze me forever. Yeah, don't let that happen. Got it. Okay, over and out. Shh. William put his walkie-talkie back and grabbed onto his salt blaster. He slowly walked into the cave. It was pitch black, but you could see all kinds of sparkles around, and those sparkles were coming from these very sharp icicles. Oh, wow, those are very sharp. Do you know what an icicle is? Yes, they're hanging pointy pieces of ice. They're all over this cave, super sharp. I bet if he touched it, it would cut right through his finger. So we probably shouldn't go by those. And then, all of a sudden, he heard a sound. That's gotta be the snow monster, whispered William. He got his salt blaster ready and then, whoa! He slipped on a big slab of ice and the snow monster heard him. Here he comes! Here he comes! Look out, William! It was at that moment that William had to choose to be brave. He didn't even have time to think, but he had to turn on his brave muscle. Did you know that everyone has a brave muscle that you have to turn on? Yeah, sometimes if you're on the moon, about to get frozen solid by a snow monster, it's still scary, even for me. But we just have to choose to be brave. Well, William had a muscle just like all of us, and he knew how to turn it on. And when he turned it on, he turned into a brave machine. Dun, dun, dun! Look out, snow monster! Here comes William. Just in the nick of time, William was able to reach for his salt blaster and blast all the salt pebbles. The snow monster, he melted right into a big pile of ooey gooey slime. Phew, it's about time that I head home. I think I'm gonna grab a moon rock though on the way, said William as he loaded back into the spaceship and headed back towards home. Wow, what a crazy adventure that he saved Earth from getting iced over from the moon snow monster. The end.
Hey friends, I need your help celebrating a birthday. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday, Robbie, who's turning 6 years old. Robbie loves building Legos, swimming, and, of course, wants to be an astronaut. Oh, I love it, Robbie, and I'm so glad we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy 6th birthday. Well, friends, I hope you all have a super duper day, and I will see you on our next adventure. Hey parents, home is a place to laugh, learn, and play, and a place where everyone should always feel safe. That's why at Kidda, we believe that protecting children from house fires is everyone's cause. Join us in our mission to help families everywhere learn about fire safety so we can help keep children safe at home and ensure lots more laughs in the future. Learn about the importance of smoke alarms and creating your own home fire safety plan by visiting causefораlarm.org.